Floating it really ain't my business, yeah. Let's pose for this picture, ain't no filters on this money. Stack it up, no 2050s, rubber band my hundreds.
Welcome to another episode of the Jukebox podcast where music is king. I am your lovely host, Lil Ty.
And it's your boy Seven.
We're going to do it a little different this episode. We've been recently seeing
heated debates.
All over social media, from Facebook to Twitter to Instagram. We've been seeing the debate of Hove versus Lil Wayne, Weezy F Baby. One, do you even think this is one of the better matchups we've seen? Because we've been seeing a lot of people try to compare or figure out who to put Hove with. We seen the one that was like Ye and Hove, that'd be a good idea, but it's really, it would never happen.
Turn that down.
Yeah. And then you hear Drake, but I don't like the Drake one just because it's like most of Drake's best records is him singing. So it's kind of like, if we're doing just real hip hop, I really don't feel like Drake will fit that bill enough, So do you think this is a good matchup?
I feel like it's the only matchup that actually works and makes sense. Like, Mr. Carter against Mr. Carter. Right?
I was talking to one of my coworkers, and he big on music, and he was like, what about Busta Rhymes and Jay-Z? Now, he was basing that off of Busta Rhymes' ability, because we know musically, like, Hove got hits, so do Busta got hits, but musically, Hove is out of this world. But he was saying that Busta Rhymes' performance and the stage presence would make up for what Hove, what he doesn't bring to the table all the way. So I kind of understood what he was saying there. And it's also like Hove, because Hove is more chill and laid back. So I don't know how it would be if they was both on stage together.
That one, it don't sound bad because that makes sense as well, because they're kind of like peers. I mean, they came up at the same time. They both had longevity. So that would make sense too. But I honestly feel like Hove versus Wayne is the best possible person.
I don't know. I don't think it's the best possible one. We're still out here looking for it. I'm still looking for it. I'm not that convinced on Hove versus Wayne. For
I was saying Hove versus Wayne before the internet was. I just want to
say that again.
I was saying Hove versus Wayne before the internet was. I just want to put that out there on record.
Oh, for sure. He been tossed out in the air. Y'all gonna see now that we got this on the ground and running, y'all gonna see we predict a lot of stuff before the general public do. But like I was saying, is like the only person, before I dive into why, the only person that I really consider even going against Hove, if he was still here, would be Biggie. I feel like them two is the only one that you could pair them together and their styles and everything and flow and all that kind of. It's like, all right, we could see the comparisons between the two, and we see the similarities between the two. And they both have a lot of similarities. Of course, they have similarities. They grew up with, they knew each other very well, rather. So that was mine. I threw that out there. I was saying that, but I was like, Wayne got to get through Kiss before he could get to Hove, in my opinion. So there's levels to this. You feel me? Kiss is on the back-to-back streak right now. So if you even want to holler at Hove, you got to go take down that giant. That's the hottest nigga in the verses right now.
Yeah.
So before anybody, I'm like, everybody talking all this Wayne is cute and all. It sounds good on paper, but when we get into the bars and the actual performance of hip hop and the core of real hip hop, one, I don't think Lil Wayne's gonna remember the words to his song.
I was gonna say the same thing, bro. Do he even remember the words to his songs?
And we seen what Jadakiss did to the Dipset niggas when they didn't remember the words and they rapping over top of their shit. No, this is real hip hop. So you got to go up there, especially if you're going against a giant like Hove, who has a clear mind because he doesn't do all the extra activities that Wayne do. He has a clear mind going in. So I'm leaning more towards Hove's going to remember his songs much more than Lil Wayne's going to remember his songs.
Yeah, facts. That's definitely one thing about it, because like Kiss showed us, well, we in the mecca of hip hop, they still rapping over the words. So
y'all supposed to be giants and titans.
Yeah. So that's one thing about it. But I don't know, bro. I feel like it will be a good matchup.
I'm gonna say it again. I said it already. I'm gonna say it again. You gotta holler at Kiss before you can even think about hollering at Hove.
Best rapper alive versus best rapper alive.
There we go. Top five, Mr. Top Five, dead or alive versus anybody, and then we'll see. But I really, that's just the mindset that I'm coming from. Like I feel like he's not on. And Hove and Kisses, that's a debate that a lot of people can have on who's lyrically better, who's just overall better. You can have that debate. Like, that's a real debate. But when you put Wayne with Hove, and we're talking, it's not even because you got to put Wayne with Kiss first. And Kiss, if we're being real, I've never heard a weak Kiss verse or song. I've heard multiple weak Wayne songs and verses. Multiple. And if you, multiple. During his, I didn't like his rock and roll stage era, that knockout song and all. I wasn't like, he has a lot of work that did not age well at all. He has a lot of work that didn't age well. So, and then if you break it down some more, you get into it. Once you have a questionable pen, I cannot.
I was just about to say, Gilly wrote his best Carter.
Gilly wrote a lot of his best work. So once your pen is now questionable, it's like there's no smut on Hove's name. No nigga never came out and be like, yeah, I wrote for Hove. Yeah, this, that, and there's never been no smut on his name or Kiss's name. None of them niggas' names. That's the gods in this rap. Nas, none of them niggas. That's gods in this shit. You don't never hear no smut on their name when it comes to questionable pen. If they're writing their stuff. Once that one. I don't care if Gilly said it was during this time period. Now I have every right to question the rest of your work or certain areas or phases that you did. I'm like, I have a right to question, was this really Wayne? Did he really do this?
Wow, you just debunking this one all the way down. I thought you would have been a fan.
I'm not a fan at all. It sounds good on paper.
It sounds real good on paper.
It looks cute and all, but looks can be deceiving for sure. And this look ain't it right here. I'm like, I'd rather see so many other people than Wayne versus, because we talk about Weezy F, baby F is for ferocious. Get out of here. You gotta go. If he come up here, Weezy F with it. And then also it's like Jay-Z, I don't think people really understand and know Jay-Z's catalog. So that's where I think a lot of this is coming from. A lot of people don't really understand how deep and how much evolution is in Jay-Z's catalog.
I feel like they understand like everything he spoke about in Reasonable Doubt.
I'm talking about before that though. I'm talking about Murder Inc. I'm talking to my little brother yesterday. I'm like, yo, you don't know about the Murder Inc., about them Ja Rule and them niggas when they was on some shit. Like they was out here and he like, yeah, he's like, Ja Rule, the nigga that get pumped by 50 Cent. I'm like, see, that's the problem. A lot of people don't know. Ja Rule's a real street nigga. He didn't get pumped and there was real gunshots on both sides. Them niggas was real street niggas that was really going at it. Ja Rule was the first nigga to do the singing shit. So I guess they see that and they be like, no, Ja Rule, before he was out here singing, he was out here talking that gangster shit. Go to the DJ Clue mixtapes.
Them old Murder Inc. records, when Murder Inc. was supposed to be a group, before it was a label, when it was just Hove, DMX, and Ja, those are the best records.
So I don't think a lot of people know about that Hove. They know that he's from Marcy and he used to sell crack, but they don't know, like, yo, when he was rapping, he was talking about that shit. Like, he was one of these young niggas, he was really talking that I got these selling crack shit, you know what I mean? He in the streets and this, that, and the third, and you see he's going from that to 4 for 4 to Holy Grail and then to 4 for 4. Holy Grail is a different vibe and a different experience and different context than 4 for 4. And that was still growth and maturity that you seen. If I'm being honest, I don't see the same growth and maturity in Lil Wayne's music. So like my little brother's his argument was like, he's been rapping since he was 13. So I debunked that with the whole Gilly was writing early. So a lot of his stuff that was hot early was like Gilly's work. And then a lot of shit that the Hot Boys was doing, he wasn't the star. He wasn't the superstar. He never, like, it was Juvie before him. there was other niggas in line before he ascended into that spot that he was at. So all that early hot boy shit, niggas wasn't looking at Wayne saying he was the craziest nigga out the group. Niggas was looking at Juvie, BG. I'm like, yo, hold on.
Yeah.
You niggas is out here spitting. So I'm like, yo, Lil Wayne, if you listen, I don't think the context and what Lil Wayne is talking about is much different than what he was talking about when he first came in the game. I don't see that growth in Lil Wayne.
And another thing that's questionable about Wayne is his experiences.
What you mean? Oh yeah, business.
Oh, not even just business, but you know, he like all rappers do, rap about the street shit and
oh yeah, and if he was really
play gangster, but Weezy, you've been with Baby since you was 12, my nigga.
Well, they was coddling you. The niggas that was doing it was the Juvie, BG, and them. That's right. That's right. I didn't think about that.
So it's like you've been signed to a label since you was 12, 13, been rich since you was like 15. How much street shit did you really do, Wayne?
But I forget what I was watching, but they would say though, like he wasn't really all in the streets. He was more rapping about what the niggas around him
was doing.
Yeah, what he was
exactly.
Yeah, so you're right. Hold on. Before we get off this topic, I want to shout out this Jay-Z song on that note, because this is Jay-Z really living or talking about where he living. Oh yeah, off the DJ Clue tape, yeah, gangster shit, him and Ja Rule. Listen to that and listen to what he talking about and yeah, the science behind things. He also have a song called, I think, Crack Game, something like that, where he's comparing how the crack game is like. He's like, he's like selling crack or selling records is like selling crack. And the way he was breaking it down, the math behind it, and how he flipped a G into this, and how he was funding his music business off his drug money and shit like that. It was just,
even though some Hove doubters would like to throw question to Hove's experience as well and say that he wasn't necessarily rapping 100% his life. And the claim is, I was just saying, the claim is that, yes, they say yes, Hove, sold crack and all that, but the claim is that, Biggs was the real drug dealer that within shit, like it was really, people say that Jay-Z was really rapping about Biggs' life.
Man, all I know, Memphis Bleak is on record for saying a lot of shit about this nigga Hove. And he was on record for backing up, saying Hove was really doing all this shit that because he was a young nigga looking up to Hove. It might have not just been just Hove. Of course, it's not just one nigga.
Yeah. When you accrue, bro, if we accrue, that gives me the liability to rap about your life. Nigga, we doing this shit together.
And everybody got a role though.
Yeah.
All got a role. Some niggas is better in certain shit. Hove is the nigga that's money first, don't get caught, smooth, silent, discreet type of nigga. And if shit comes to it that he gotta handle some shit, all right, he gonna handle some shit. But he a nigga that's, all right, I'm trying to get money at all costs, fuck all the other shit. And I know that because Memphis Bleak said he went to a drawer and all honey stacked up into this motherfucker, honey. And he said he knew exactly how much was there. He said at least 100,000 or something like that in his drawer. And Hove's talking about, he said, don't take too much because he know exactly how much is there. He know exactly. So that's one, you know how smart you gotta be.
That's smart.
Bro, he's a smart nigga. And bro, he was really doing that. When I hear other niggas from that time that actually stamp your shit and say, yeah, you was doing that. Yeah, you was like that. I looked up to you. Them niggas was in the, man, yeah, young Memphis Bleak is a young nigga saying I looked up to him. I looked up to him in the hood. Only nigga in the hood. Marcy Project, $100,000 up in his project bedroom. In the projects.
That story is crazy. That's my.
You know how crazy, bro. Then you gotta have some type of respect for you to have that money sitting in your projects and don't nobody. You know what I mean, no pressure come behind it, nothing like that. Nothing crazy happen. You got to be respected to some point. I don't know what niggas talk about. Cause shit, 100,000 in the hood today, like a nigga know you got 100,000. He knocking on your door, kicking that down. I guarantee.
I say knocking. Niggas ain't knocking.
Niggas ain't knocking. And this is any city. It don't matter what city you're in. LA especially, it's treacherous out there.
Yeah, it's going down.
All right, we're gonna move on, wrap it up.